Alright, what's good? What's going on, everyone? Look, shalom, shalom. Alright, look, you see the title of the video. This is my sorcery, damage, or loadouts, man. I'm gonna give you three of them. I'm gonna give you the melee AOE, and I'm gonna give you a little hybrid in between. You can for single target or melee AOE. It's pretty much both. And I'll explain each one and what they're best used for and all that good stuff. But look, without to the video, make sure you go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, all that good stuff. Alright, so look, go ahead, start at the gear. You know what we gotta do. Okay, weapon, blast stapper. That's always gonna stay the same. Neo Venom boost for the head mod that I have here. You'll see why in a sec. Escalated might for the neck. Accelerated bonus souls only because it's the OP back and I do heal as well. Healer video coming out right after this, so stay tuned in for that. Subscribe, bell, all that good stuff. Pain Train Strikes, look up City of Chills video if you want to know more about that. It's for damage. Don't look at that because Crashing Wave is definitely water. So plus it doesn't really scale, so it only gives you I think 1,300 health currently. So I mean, it's not much. You don't really need it for anything. I guess it can be kind of nice if you're using the amulet, but pick whatever suits you. There's not going to be anything in the loadout that's going to be in the leg mod anyway, so it's whatever. Head, restoration, and might, because I'm might DPS. These are all might based loadouts, and I heal for restoration. Okay. Hands, max damage. You know how it do. Feet, dashing combos. You know I'm super speed. Come on now, flash all day. Use my artifacts. I got the Grim, I got the Transformation, staple. Grim, we want the PI and a little bit of pet damage. Strategist card I got going on now, but you can change the strategist card out if you don't want the die. You don't roughly get about 7,000 die, as you'll see, 8,000 normally, critting in the 20s to 30s, depending. If you don't want the strategist card, you can go ahead use the Soul Cloak to get supercharged up quick. Amulet, if you got a good healer with you. Eye of Gemini, and I will show you a lot up for that as well. Eye of Gemini's pretty good as well in this. But yeah, that's about all the situations that would be best. For our trinkets, we got supply drop. I got the summer event pet. It's the best one, especially when I'm about to show you a melee loadout for AOE. So this is the best melee pet. Orbital strike, whatever one you want, and your boost. So look, that's about it. How I spec, it's pretty simple. I do rifle. I did the mastery because it increased the damage. If you read here, you can pause the video if you want, but I do weapon taps in between. I'm not going to show you the weapon taps in the loadouts because I basically want the loadout to speak for themselves. Now, whatever loadout numbers you're seeing, go ahead and add 3,000 all the way up to 10,000 basically damage per second in that, and that would be for weapon taps and blast stapper. Okay. As you see, both the first weapon I picked because back with sorcery is actually my first power. Little thing, Easter egg, I guess you will. And we did what was it? Oh yeah, trick shots. The little arrow storm. That's what it was. 'Cause it was OP at the time. But yeah, I don't expect anything else. Here, super speed. I would say get your fast movement, vortex trap, tornado pool when you have single target, speed drain if you want, if you're trying to use Eye of Gemini, and whirling dervish. Okay. Now I get the breakouts because I don't like being summoned and CC'd. I don't like being out of control of my character's body or whatnot. I don't like that feeling, so I'll go ahead and get those. Iconic. You don't have to get all this stuff. I would just say robot sidekick, pheromone bloom if you do the Eye of Gemini, Neo Venom boost, heat vision for a single target, and then super strength at all times to help on your weapon taps. Our stat points, if you will, whatever. We're gonna go here to the might superpower focus, get our might power and power generation, where you get our crits, chance, and damage. I go ahead and spec every bit into my power that I can, max it all out. Then I come over here to precision, get our weapon taps up. And after I put about 100 in precision, I dump the rest into health. Just get my health up, and if any trolls are in a group, they can boost my might up from my health. So it helps there as well. Okay, well without further ado, y'all, the loadout is this. This hits hard as crap. Karmic Backlash, we got Shard of Life, we got Offering, we got Whirling Dervish, we got Fury, and Neo Venom Boost, okay? This is the loadout from my tests and everything, looking at everyone's all my builds are original builds, but if you want to know the process how I go about getting my loadouts, go ahead and check out how to make a good loadout. It's already up on my channel, so go ahead and subscribe and check that out, okay? And comment on those videos if you're from one of my loadout videos too, so I know where people are coming from and whatnot, okay? But this is the best loadout. All my loadouts I'm going to show you are the best loadouts that I've tested. I tried all the different combinations and rotations, whatnot, etc. Okay, and compare them to everyone else's too. But this is what I got going on here. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you on the 3 targets here. We have Summon Fury. Now, if you want, you also, I do apologize real quick. You also could use instead of your strategist card here, you also could use the Shard of Life. Do I have it on here? Oh, I think it's in my bank. My apologies, y'all. But you all use the Sword Shard of Life, the artifact. It focuses on your pet and gives you an ability. And I would say you can basically trade that ability out for Shard of Life here if you want. Shard of Life is pretty good, but this does more damage and this does more damage. So, and this makes this does more damage. So, if you want to focus more on your pet and get more of your pet's damage going on, as you see, he probably hits about 40k, like one single burst hit, and then to do a whole bunch of rapid hits and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and robot sidekick for my spec. You don't have to get it if you don't want to. I more get it because I was testing stuff out, and if Fury is better than robot sidekick, or robot sidekick better than Fury. Fury is overall better, so that's what we got. Okay, but the loadout is not loadout. The rotation. Loadout is this. The rotation is pretty self-explanatory. I work all my loadouts from left to right to make it easiest, basically easy as possible for anyone that is trying to take my loadout and utilize it for themselves or utilize it for a teammate, whatever the case may be. So we're gonna go ahead. Have our Fury already summoned. If not, we can always, summon our Fury and click it with our soda, things like that, okay? Or our buff trinket, but I'm not gonna do no buffs, just to let y'all know. Yeah, see current effects, I can't go down anymore, okay? So, well, go ahead and Karmic Backlash, Shard of Life, Offering, go for like 3 to 4 seconds on there and just keep moving, man. Apologies. See 92. We already seen some good numbers, man. That's a good first stream, man. 101. I need to go on the Whirling Dervish a little bit longer. Sorry, y'all. Apologies. I'm messing up a little rotation. Do bear with me, man. I do all these in one take. You basically want to wait till you see Shard of Life coming back. Basically keep it moving from there. 100 again. Just like I have hit 120. I'm not hitting as hard as I can at the moment. 102. But I have hit 120 on these 3 targets here. I'm doing, that's even 102 is very good damage there, okay? Just let y'all know, you want to hit 60, kind of is like the bare minimum. 70, phenomenal. 60,000 to 70,000 single target. 80,000 plus really here, really 90,000 is more preferably, and 100,000 plus is like really good. Here, basically 115 is decent. 120 to 130 is a good range. Now if you can get like electricity and get 150,000 damage per second, or more, you're phenomenal damage. Okay, those are about the numbers for the current time that we're in, that you want to look for and whatnot when you're doing your loadout. So the fact that I'm hitting pretty decent numbers here is really good. I have hit a lot higher and more consistently higher, where it doesn't dip down. So this is what I'm doing right now. So hey, it is what it is. Okay, but yeah. So just a little key tip for this rotation: when you're going, one skill after another. The reason why offering is basically your third skill in your rotation, because by the time you hit these two moves here, if I'm backlashing the shard of life, Fury more than likely would have used his power bar. Normally he drains his whole power bar at once, hit a big burst shot damage. So then you'll replenish him right back up and allow him to hit another burst shot while you're doing Whirling Dervish and cycling through your other powers. Okay. So just to maximize his efficiency as best you can. I guess I can show y'all if you want. I can show y'all this as well. I missed the thing on that, messed up. My apologies, y'all. Like 110, pretty decent. We're looking for more, of course, though. Okay. Oh, I messed up. I should've got an extra hit. That's gonna cost me some damage, y'all. That, oh my goodness, it cost me some damage. I'm all over the place, man. Just let you know, it has hit about 124. Normally what I hit for, I messed up in the loadout, man. I don't want to keep embarrassing myself, man. Whew. Well, I promise y'all, I am good, okay? I am good, man. I am good, okay? Bear with me, y'all. Alright, man, I'm gonna stop before I embarrass myself any further, man. Like I said, normally it hits about in the 120 to 125,000 damage per second mark. I'm hitting really low, but I did just log in, so I mean, could be a number of things. One of the other things, if you want to use Eye Gemini, right? Let's take the source. Keep saying source shards. Excuse me, strategist card out. Okay. Now I would recommend, if you're low on supercharge, go ahead and put the strategist build supercharge on up real quick, and then go ahead and put the Eye Gemini on. Use the amulet only if you're in DPS competition. That's about it, really. But see, the Pheromone Bloom, Neo Venom Boost, if you putting out, you got 2 EOG spamming healers, maybe a tank as well, or just 2 sources, I would definitely use Neo Venom Boost. Other than that, I'll use Pheromone Bloom. Pheromone Bloom can hit anywhere from like a low, I think like 65,000, no crit. That's very low end though, okay? But high end, it can hit like, I think like 160,000, like on a crit, 180,000. It hit very high, okay? It's a very high damage threshold. These, I think it's like 15,000 to 30,000, dots. Has a few dots right there. Overall, if you're not critting these dots, damage Pheromone Bloom. But Pheromone Bloom, it crits quite often, so I go ahead and rock with it, okay? And I will recommend that if you really want to, do some damage, go ahead and check this out, y'all, okay? Because it hits hard. With our Gemini going, okay? These three still, we use, powder extra and pet damage. Look. Look, 100. Let's go ahead and roll that back real quick. Okay, let me see if I can get Fury to stop. Okay. Pheromone boom. 103, 44, 90, basically 98, almost 99. That's really good. When I hit a single target, you're going to hit even higher. Once again, I ain't hitting low, so that 103, it's going to be 150 easily. And in content, everything's way more, okay? The numbers I'm talking about is all numbers I've done in here in the league hall, training room, whatever you want to call it. Let's go ahead and move on from this loadout, and I will show you the single target, okay? Now, single target spec and everything's going to be the exact same, okay? I'm just running through all the mods and whatnot. Only thing that's going to be different, instead of the sunken rune, the Slayer sunken rune trinket, that's for a more melee base. We're going to use a vampire bat or paradox lasers, decent, things of that nature. You check Obsidian Chill's video about the pets, if you, depending on which one you're going to pick and what's available to you. But yeah, we're going to use something like this, has more range as a beam that can potentially hit multiple targets. Got our buff, orbital, spy drop, normal stuff. We have our solar amplifier here, transformation, and grim, okay? With this, you pretty much need grim. But let's say for some reason, if you're not really feeling it, I guess you can use strategy card if you really feel like that. The aimless always an option. I wouldn't recommend Eye Gemini if you're doing a single target. But these two, I guess, could switch out if you just so choose. But this is the better build loadout for it. Alright, for this we got Heat Vision, Offering, Shard of Life, Final Ruin, Fury, Neo Venom Boost. Okay, Neo Venom Boost pretty much staple because these ones here, this turns him into basically an animal, a dog. This is pretty decent. Costs way too much. That's for healing though. This was pretty good. Not really. Don't do enough damage. Ran something used to be amazing. Don't do enough damage now though. This I actually wanted to try some more. It doesn't really do that much damage, all things considered. Even with the shorter cooldowns and power regeneration and stuff like that, it's not worth it in my opinion. I'll stick to basically Neo Venom Boost, no single target. But I will say Shard of Life, if it crits like pretty much everything besides 3 dots, that's inclusive if the initial hit crits and like 2 dots don't crit, but everything else, like all the other dots do. So then it does like 5 or 6 dots after the initial hit. If like 3 of them crit and 2 of them don't, Shard of Life basically is doing about 50,000, 60,000. It's really 50 to 55,000 range in damage, sometimes 60 that range. But I will say, if you're critting a lot, go ahead and put Tornado Pool in. You will not regret it. Tornado Pool, the low end hits 65,000 crit, okay? But it can definitely hit in the 80,000 crit as well. It hits very hard, okay? But if you want more consistent damage with a little bit of AOE, go ahead and put Shard of Life. This is more safer bet, and here I'll show you why. It's Heat Vision, Offering, here using all our power up, come on Final Ruin, and just cycle on through, man. We'll put weapon taps in between, we in actual content. This is about it right here, y'all. We got a 53, almost 54. You want to be in the 50s, and as long as you can touch 60 and whatnot, you're doing pretty good. 61, there you go already, man. It didn't take long at all, okay? So we're really hoping for a lot of stuff to crit here, and that's how we get our numbers up, okay? Well, I have hit 71,000 one time, okay? One time. I almost thought it was 73, but no, that's on different power. This power is 71,000 damage per second. It's my highest. Other than that, man, no, not too much, okay? Let's see, you see the numbers. Once again, I am hitting low, so I guess do excuse that. Normally I'm hitting several thousand higher than this. Like, in damage per second, that is. And even that, even normally like 30 per. So I don't know what's going on with DC right now, man. I don't know, maybe they just trying to embarrass me for my video. Who knows, man. But trust me, this is the one I've tested out. It's been the greatest, most consistent. That's pretty much 60 right there. Oh, see, look, 71 right there. Ain't that something? It probably would have been like 73 if I was getting better. But look, let's go ahead and stop. So I'm burning up way entirely too much time with that. Let's get on to the next. Now this next one, no, the first one, I'll show you the melee AOE. That's more for our ads, okay? That's first loadout, okay? Our hallways, our ads, you know, things like that, okay? Stuff that we can be up close personally. This one right here is for our bosses when we start trying to stay out of range and whatnot, okay? Especially when we need to focus on one particular boss at a time. If you want to have purely just one particular boss, you have to take up Fury because he hits AOE and you can't always control who he hits because whoever you hit, he hits. Especially the area because he does have a lot of area effect things. But if you don't mind that, hey, keep him in. Very strong. This next one, if it's a boss and he got a lot of ads, man. He's spawning all these extra ads and whatnot, man. Calling us back up, man. You know he's scary. Okay? So look, it seemed like a little cross between both of them, man. Okay? It almost looked based like our melee loadout. Just take out, you know, shard of life for heat vision. That's basically about it, okay? Carbon backlash hits so hard. Amplify heat vision hits hard. Offer makes our fury hit hard. Royal and Dervish hits hard. Fury hits hard. Neo Venom makes everything else hit even harder. So it's just like, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Let me show you what this hitting for right here, okay? Oh, that's 61 off the rip, man. Let that go for 4 seconds right there. Look, almost 60 right there off the gate, man. Now, I might even short my whirling and I might go 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Two, three. Whirling dervish, you pretty much always are using whirling dervish to hit either like, I don't know what happened there. But you pretty much use whirling dervish to always hit either 3 to 4 seconds. 5 if you really need to extend it out. So normally this hits a lot harder than a single target loadout. This right here, I think I've been able to hit 73. I think 75 has been the highest. My fault, y'all. I'm trying to think. Messing up the rotation. I will show you the 3 targets as well. So it's like you had a Boston, a couple of ads, what kind of numbers you hit for. And just let you know, on the same target, when you go to the 3 target, you're only hitting in like 60, 65, maybe an occasional 80. Normally all the 50s will be 60s, the 60s will be 70s, And 70s will be 80. You basically just go up 10,000 when you use the 300 with the Fury. That's Sword Shark. That's not hitting like how it normally does. That's actually kind of low. But look, when you come here, it's hitting pretty decent, okay? Let's just keep it at that. Like you already got your 80, maybe 25. Look, 106 right there. So you could use this for a little, you know, if you want to just stay right here in this range, and then you can go ahead and keep this. You doing this to the boss, all that. You can stay with this in the hallway, really, if you don't want to keep changing your armies like that. Or say your, what's it called? Your head ornaments are messed up. And you just had to put them in your inventory. Yeah. Y'all saw what kind of damage it was doing, man. I was messing up with the talking from last, like, 2. But you see in the 100,000, man. It's hitting really nice damage on that, okay? Yeah, this is my head ornaments too. Pretty much everything is might, and you recommend that you go might, but me, since I don't have time to sit here grind these armors out completely like that, like a full separate damage, full separate healer. No, so I do one healer, do one damage. I try to get my healer one as high as possible. Even my healer arguments are all like higher. I usually like 280s and stuff. These are 270s. Then my healer stuff comes first, man, to be honest, okay? And I was always talking about my league leader 50 caliber, man, from back in the day. Your support roll is what really matters. Your damage roll is just fun. Damage now matters a lot more than what it did back then. But I still take that to pretty much heart, man. I got in that habit. But look, y'all ain't coming for all that. Without further ado, man, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to, you know, my channel. Like and share this video. All that good stuff, man. It's your boy Trey TJ. Without further ado, man, stay tuned for the upcoming videos I will have on DC, Outriders, and other games like that. Let me know in the comments below what other games I should get into. What, you know, video ideas that you want to see when it comes to DC, Outriders, anything I'm really doing or playing. I think that's about it, y'all, to be honest. Yeah, just stay tuned, bear with me, y'all. I'm going through some stuff right now, so I will be posting. I'll try to post quite a bit, and I will be changing my power from Sorcery after I put up these videos to Celestial. I think I'm pretty much like, it's either Celestial or Electric. I think I might go Celestial because I'm feeling more Celestial right now. But yeah, stay tuned for my healer loadout and my PvP healer and damage loadout for Sorcery here, okay? Without further ado, y'all, it's your boy Trey TJ, man, and I'm out. Shalom.